Ed Cousville, qui va faire un discours du manuel numéro 10 et l'évaluateur va être Graham. Graham, est-ce que je peux t'inviter de lire les objectifs? Oui.
Objectives: to inspire the audience by appealing to noble motives and challenging the audience to a high level of beliefs or achievements. Appeal to the audience's needs and emotions using stories, anecdotes and quotes to add drama. Avoid using notes. Time aimed for is 8 to 10 minutes, and for those of us not aware, these are the objectives for the number 10 speech, which completes the CC manual.
Merci. Alors, est-ce que je peux vous permettre d'applaudir très fortement pour Ed Cousville pour son discours 7 messages.
Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow members, and special guests like myself. Do you want to sell sugar water for the rest of your life? Or do you want to join me and change the world? Ladies and gentlemen, that was Steve Jobs back in 1986, asking Pepsi Chief Executive John Scully. A young Steve Jobs, at just 26 years old, apparently made what was a very convincing pitch when he was trying to woo Pepsi's chief executive to join his Apple business. It is widely acknowledged that John Scully was very instrumental to the competitive success of Pepsi against rival Coca-Cola. John Scully is also credited as one of the creative masterminds behind some breakthrough advertisements over the last few decades. Doing business pitches or propositions is not just for the participants of TV shows such as Apprentice or Dragon's Den. After a pitch is made, business decisions are often based on bets and risk analysis. Whenever you think you have something of value, whatever it is, original or not, and you're seriously trying to sell it to others, you are in fact making a business pitch. Even in a subtle way, many charity organizations ask for donations and support by using persuasive pitches. I mean, how else could one possibly part with their money to a charity if they're not well convinced about the organization's service or indeed what they are offering to society? In 2008, I attended a money-making workshop in Birmingham, in which the speaker said, he said, money doesn't make you rich. Business skills make you rich. I was like, That statement reminds me of this question. Why sell one when you can sell 2, 3, or even a subscription? Now, this is where your pitch becomes relevant. It's not just enough for you to have something of value to sell. It's also about having the confidence and skill to make a sale or a deal, as in the remarkable case of Steve Jobs. Remember, it was Steve Jobs who said to the Pepsi executive, do you want to sell sugar water for the rest of your life? Or do you want to join me and change the world? I'm quite sure that Steve Jobs said other sensible things to back up his question. Such a bold pitch by Steve Jobs demonstrates exceptional confidence, promising benefits, not just for the short term, but also for the future. John Scully, the Pepsi executive, must have been very impressed and may well have found such unique proposition irresistible. And what did the Pepsi executive do? What did he do? He resigned his top job at Pepsi and went on to become Apple's chief executive. The rest, as they say, is history. I mean, sadly, Steve Jobs is no longer with us, but nevertheless, he succeeded in his ambition to change the world. We're still feeling the effect today. And Apple, which was co-founded by Steve Jobs, is now the most profitable company in the world. So investors here, take note. Now, let's consider job interviews. Have you ever thought of yourself as a business of one? I mean, business of one. That means you are the business now. If not, that's what you really are in today's tough marketplace. The sooner you know and respect this fact, the better your chances in career advancement. Like I said during my 9th speech at my club, this is the age of the career activist. What does that mean? That means taking charge of your economic well-being and future. Job security, which used to be the normal thing, has now been overtaken by career security. Yes, indeed, your economic future and well-being should not be tied to just one employer. Why? Just because that risk is just too much to take. The great thing about being a career activist, is that you are never really out of business for as long as there's a market out there. And even when you're unemployed, it simply means you're very much open for business. Yeah, which can be an exciting thing. It just depends on how you look at it, half glass full. I have this friend who, a few years ago, he was about to be made redundant in a company which was actually, shutting down, closing down. But instead of, worrying and ruminating over his future, what did he do? He simply targeted other companies, with his credentials. And soon enough, he found new employment. His new employment offered a pay package which was actually 10% higher than his previous income. See how lucky he was. Now, he told me how he researched his prospects. He researched the companies beforehand to find out exactly what they needed that he could offer. And that forms the basis of his pitch during interviews. You would agree that my friend's strategy does not only focus on selling, what is known as features. It's in features, that's what you have to offer. It also focuses on the benefits, yes, the benefits of those features that you have to your prospects, the companies you are applying to. It's very much like the fisherman who baits his hook to suit the fish. So, your pitch is much likely to be successful when the benefits of what you have to offer is made clear. The features benefits approach is currently popular with mobile phone manufacturers who now pay more attention to customer experience. Think for a moment about how people experience you as an individual. Just think about that for a moment, about how people experience you as an individual and how you could improve that experience. Consider, remember, you are a business of one. Now, having said all that, when you are prepared and have a balanced outlook, a balanced perception, Your self-confidence when delivering your pitch, when selling yourself, will shine through. And that, my friends, is the main leverage you need. In order for us to succeed, for you and I to succeed in our business or in our personal life, don't sell yourself long. Don't sell yourself short either. Please sell yourself straight. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.